In the Mix is presented by Bon Thai Restaurant and Lounge, serving authentic Thai cuisine in the heart of Tumon. Bon Thai, home of smiles.
Howdy, everybody. I'm Sabrina Salas-Matanani. Welcome to another episode of In the Mix. We start things off by heading to the island's capital and giving you the story behind Carabao Brewery. It was after a visit to Guam 2 years ago, Ben Johnson and his wife Anna made the decision.
We said, this is where we want to open a brewery.
4 months after that, they packed up their belongings in California, moved to Guam, and began major renovations to the old Mermaid's Tavern in Hagatna.
We started in August of last year, and we basically started the demolition phase at that point. We took everything in here back down to the beams. We used to have a drop ceiling. We took that out. It was all steel ductwork. We removed that, and the biggest thing was a giant bank vault that was in the middle. So that was quite the task, getting that out. We wanted a place that you didn't just come in and get drunk at. You know, we wanted a place where you could come in and really enjoy beers and hang out with your friends and hang out with your family and just have a good time, good conversation.
His passion for brewing beer actually started while he was working as a chef in Minnesota and was gifted a home brewery kit from a friend.
And that was the first time I had made beer on my own, and it turned out pretty great, I thought. So I made a 1 gallon batch, and I drank it in about a day and a half, and I said, I gotta make more beer. So I went to the homebrew shop and got the supplies, made another batch. 2 weeks later, that was ready. I drank that with friends in probably about 5 days. So I said, I gotta make more beer. So I just kept making more and more and more beer. And after about 6 months, I said, I don't want to cook anymore. I want to make beer.
Ben says after he made that decision, he took a road trip across the country, eventually making his way to the West Coast.
I stopped at every brewery I could find and tried to get a job and got turned down repeatedly. Eventually led me out to California, and from there I decided to move up to Alaska. So I kind of went back into cooking, stuck with cooking because that's what I knew, but everywhere I went I tried to get a job at a brewery. And it was finally in Anchorage, Alaska, where I was able to get a position working at a brewery, not brewing, just doing the tasting side, but it was at a quality control, yeah, absolutely. But it was at a place called Midnight Sun Brewing Company in Anchorage, and I started there in 2002, and I started at the very bottom, and when I wasn't serving beer to people, I went over to the brewery and kept asking the brewers if I could help them with anything, and they would give me all the dirtiest jobs, and I would happily do them. And eventually I got a brewing position, and after about 7 years, I worked my way from the bottom to the top and became the head brewer.
After 12 years in Alaska, he and Anna were off to Mumbai, India, where Ben helped open Mumbai's first brew pub called the Barking Deer. After 2 years there, he moved back to California, where he worked at Faction Brewing in Oakland. It was in California he met Brian from Guam. The two became very close friends, and it was actually that visit to see Brian here on Guam 2 years ago that he and Anna decided to make the move here and live out their dream to open their very own brewery. Carabao Brewery is in the heart of the island's capital and has been open now for about 3 weeks.
It's been awesome. Yeah, we've had just, I think, a little bit overwhelming for us, you know, and the first day we opened, this place was packed, just absolutely packed. And it was absolutely fantastic to see all of our friends, people we've known, people we just met, and just really get this wonderful response from people. People enjoying the beer and enjoying the space. And yeah, it's just been, I feel very blessed. We feel very blessed to have the response we've had.
And the response is well-deserved, as Ben is using his experience in the culinary arts to create unique craft beers you won't find anywhere else. Each are carefully brewed and each have stories behind them.
So Papa Murph, our buddy Brian, his father, his name's Chris Murphy. The only beer he really drinks is Guinness. So, and he helped us out a lot. He helped us. He's in real estate, so he helped us kind of work with this place and everything. So we wanted to kind of make a beer for him. So Papa Murph stems from that. The Vic Has a Hazy Secret is named after our guy Vic, but also there's a hop called Vic Secret. It's an Australian hop. It's got these very tropical aromas to it. So I wanted to use some of that. The Nizuk, you know, we wanted to do something local, and yeah, coconut worked out perfect. And I'm still learning some Chamorro words, so you know, I go to my friends and I'm like, how do you say this? and they teach me. So and the 671, just you know, we just wanted to have a beer for Guam, and just, you know, something, I say, something that's easy drinking, something that you can take to the beach, you can take on a hike, you know, you can really bring it anywhere, and it's the lightest and easiest drinking.
If they're not serving them already, Ben is working on some special new craft beers.
Coming down the pipe or on deck, we have a IPA called Cloud 9, which is brewed with some of your newer, more popular hops. So there's some Citra, a hop called Citra in there, Centennial, and Equinaut. So those are the hops we use in that. Equinaut has this big papaya kind of aroma to it. So we have that. We have a beer called Steel Beach Picnic, which is a blonde ale, another just really light, really crisp, easy drinker. We have an amber in the tanks, another just real approachable, easy drinking kind of beer. And then we actually have another batch of the Nizuk that we're calling Cafe Nizuk, that we have some Guatemalan coffee that Spike Roasters did for us. So really excited about that one.
Do you have names for all those beers that are coming out?
Yeah, I have names for most of them. I'm still working on the amber name. I can't figure one out yet, but I've been polling people to see if anyone has any ideas. So.
Remix is a good one.
I like it. I like it. I like it. All right. Maybe we can do that.
Now, I did get a chance to try the Nizuk Punch, and I have to say it was really good, really smooth. And aside from the new beers that are coming down the pike, in October, Ben is hoping to open up his kitchen. And as I mentioned, he is a chef, so what he plans to offer are a unique brand of sausages. He's already started testing out a chicken Denancy sausage, which has green beans and tomatoes with Supreme Denancy inside, and it's simmered in coconut milk. He's also working on a beef Tinactac sausage. All sounds good, and I cannot wait.
Carabao Brewery is open Tuesdays and Wednesdays from 12 to 8 p.m., then Thursdays through Saturdays from 12 to 10 p.m., and then on Sunday from 10 to 6. And when you do check them out, make sure to tell them In the Mix sent you, and also recommend that they name one of their new beers the Brewing Mix. Stay tuned, we're back with more after the break.